Copperhead's back. Logan versus the Maestro, and huge Marvel changes this fall. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics, ExcaliburCCGTV. I am Chris.
I am Mark.
We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We are also in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us by visiting our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below. Guys, this is Mark, the legendary Mark at the shop. I've been wanting to have him on the show for forever, and it finally worked out because we kicked Randy out of here.
Yeah, he's hanging out with the mice and the ducks and whatever Goofy is.
Exactly. Randy's out having a great time. We're here doing the show with you this week, and we are covering the new books that are coming out for March 8th, 2017. We're changing the format up a little bit. You'll find out more about that here in a moment. But, guys, I think there's something big coming up. Kind of huge.
Kind of huge. It's a double whammy.
It's kind of mega and kind of grand.
Guys. Yeah.
The mega sale. The grand opening mega sale happening, guys.
Save your pennies.
Exactly. April 6th through the 9th. This is our grand opening / mega sale combination. I told you guys we were having one. We have set the date. It's going to happen. Come hell or high water. It's going to be awesome. People have been asking about it. Plus, It's not just going to be the mega sale. It's going to be the grand opening, too. We've got some people that are going to be doing some other things here. I think we're going to have some artists come in. We've got some other people with other interests, let's say, that have already reached out to us and contacted us about being part of our grand opening. So
it's going to be fun. No clowns, though.
No clowns.
We draw the line of clowns.
No clowns. Let's not do that. We want to keep the kids here and safe and
not
unafraid.
Scared.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, more details coming. Mark your calendars for April 6th through the 9th. Grand opening / mega sale here at the Shreveport Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games. Guys, several new number ones for us to dive in for this week. We're going to launch right into them. We got several new number ones from all kinds of different companies, except for DC this week. I didn't see anything from them.
No rebirths, no afterbirths, no nothing.
None of that stuff. So, Mark, what's the new number one we're starting off with this week?
All right, from Marvel, we got Man-Thing number one. It's been a long time since he's had a solo series.
Exactly.
It's from R.L. Stine of Goosebumps fame.
Yep.
Daniel Warren Johnson, not familiar with that one.
He just had a book come out called Extremity from Image.
Oh, that's him?
That's him.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the guy. That's the guy.
I like that art. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So after working for years, Man-Thing has regained his ability to speak, and apparently he's quite snarky from what they say.
Snarky Man-Thing.
Hey, snarky Man-Thing. That is a giant-sized snarky Man-Thing. He's taken Hollywood by storm, but an ancient and mystery danger threatens the swamp. We can't have that.
No.
So Man-Thing is going to have to choose between his new life of celebrity and the world he used to call home.
Exactly. So, guys, all of you R.L. Stine fans, Man-Thing fans,
that should be fun.
This is your week, man. This is like the combo that takes you down right there. Man-Thing number one. Also, guys, another one that we've been looking forward to here, Grass Kings number one from Boom Studios. We got Matt Kindt and Tyler Jenkins on board here. Matt Kindt, you guys know he's doing all kinds of stuff everywhere. Tyler Jenkins has done some great stuff here recently, too. He did that Snowblind series from Boom, if I'm not mistaken, as well, plus other things. But this takes a look at a group of brothers that rule their trailer park kingdom like kings. And one brother in particular, Robert, has been faced with the loss of his daughter and the disappearance of his wife. And in the midst of all of this, there's a mysterious young lady named Maria coming in looking for sanctuary in their trailer park kingdom. But will that decision cause them to have ruin or retribution against the kingdom by letting her in and protecting her? So we will find out with this. If you're a fan of, like, I think they said something like the first season of True Detective or the comic series Scalped, then this might be something you'll want to check out with that type of mystery and that type of feel going on with the series. So, guys, check out Grass Kings number one from Boom. What's up for you, Mark?
From Dynamite, Charmed number one. I guess this is a continuation of the TV show. Did they call it a season?
I don't know specifically or not. If it is,
it's just kind of a reboot, or from Erica Schultz and Maria Sanapo.
Hey, yeah, way to go.
Hey. Balancing work, witchcraft, and a life is never easy, as you probably saw from the TV show, and it's got a lot of fans.
It does.
And the charmed ones are stretched too thin. Meanwhile, a demon in the underworld rallies his troops with a plan to take out the charmed ones forever.
Forever.
So they've got demons coming after him again.
Still same old, same old.
Yeah.
Guys, all you Charm fans, have fun with that.
And I think there's photo covers, like, of all the 3 charmed witches.
Yeah. I'll throw those in there. They'll get to see them on screen. I wasn't expecting, when I heard this one was coming out, I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
For a new generation.
Yeah.
Guys, what am I talking about? Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, #1 from Dynamite Comics. We have Anthony Del Cole and Werther Del Adera on board as the creative team. This takes a look at the teenage brothers Frank and Joe Hardy as they are accused of actually murdering their father in Bayport. Guys, that's happened. It's
Why
something
would
that's
they
happened.
do that?
Now they're teaming up with Nancy to not only clear their names, but also find out who was the person that actually killed Detective Hardy. So, guys, this is Nancy Drew for a modern age. We got double crosses, deceit, and dames, a word I haven't used in a very, very long time. But, guys, all of you that like the mystery crime thrillers like this, jump on board, have fun with this, because they're like comparing it to like the modern stuff that like Ed Brubaker has done with some of his stuff like that. So this might be a great return for Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys.
I got in trouble so many times for the flashlight under the blanket, reading my Hardy Boys books late at night.
There you go. Exactly. Have fun with that, guys. What's next for you, Mark?
From Oni Press, Redline #1, Neil Holman and Clayton McCormick. Neil Holman is associated with Archer, right?
I think so.
I think he's like a voice actor and something to do with the art production or something. So.
Yeah.
So this takes place on Mars, the near future-ish. Ish. A bomb takes out a city block on Harrison Station. The media rush to blame the local terrorists, R.E. aliens.
Exactly.
However, Superintendent Denton Coyle has a feeling that it may not be so simple, or maybe that feeling is Coyle's hangover gut bomb. And I've had those, and they're bad. They're bad news.
They're not fun at all.
No, they're not. And I've probably seen aliens having one of those. So.
Oh, man, that's not right.
It's unclear, like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
It's a mistake, or explosive diarrhea. If I'm not mistaken, on the cover, isn't somebody puking?
Like vomiting, just hurling, man.
Maybe it's both. In other words, it's yet another Tuesday on Mars.
Exactly. The concept for this kind of reminds me of what Jonathan Hickman was supposed to be doing with Frontier. It's like Star Trek, but what if it's kind of boring? Or this is like, life on Mars, but it's like every other day that you live,
Yes.
something like that.
Just like life on Earth. Stuff blowing up, throwing up. I mean,
just as depressing or miserable or whatever. So, and then with one of the creators or one of the workers here of Archer on board too, I'm sure it's going to have that type of comedy.
It's going to be wrong.
Yeah, it's in more than one way, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, guys, another one. It's not a new #1, but it is the return of one of our favorite series. We had to highlight it. Copperhead #11 drops this week from Image Comics. We have Jay Farber on board here with new artist Drew Moss. Scott Godlewski has went off to do other things and stuff, but I think he's still going to be providing covers for the series. But new interior artist Drew Moss is on board here with a totally new story arc, and we have Sheriff Clara Bronson. Her past and her present collides whenever an old friend arrives in her town to investigate, and to help Clara investigate the murder of the mayor. And guys, if that wasn't enough, our recommendation, the description of this issue, but if that wasn't enough, this is Brian K. Vaughan's favorite new comic. So if that doesn't put you over the edge, I don't know what else will. I
wasn't going to buy it until I saw that.
Until you saw that, exactly.
I got to now. I'm all over it.
But guys, honestly, the first 2 volumes should be out in trades from Image.
We have them here.
We do have them here. You should get them, check them out. They're great.
Yeah.
They're really, really, really good. Randy and I enjoyed them. I didn't know Mark was on board, but he enjoyed it as well. Guys, check it out. Yes, I'm so glad to have that come back.
Yeah.
It really needed to come
back.
Long overdue. Let's dive into some of the storylines that we're going to cover for this week. Not a whole lot of them, but a few to dive into. Mark, what are we going to start off with?
We're going to start off with Superman Reborn in Action Comics number 975.
Yes.
It's part 2 of the story. It's actually a supersized special.
Yes.
And another layer of the Superman Clark Kent mystery is exposed. And we all know the exposure can be good or bad.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, And in a backup story written by Paul Dini with art by Ian Churchill, who I haven't seen anything from in a long time.
In a long time.
But,
you know, he had a type of injury or something.
Did he really?
He had to have some surgery or some type of injury, and that was like what sidelined him for a bit.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think he had to retrain himself to draw with his other hand, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, because if you remember seeing like more of his recent stuff, very, very cartoony.
Okay.
He had some underwater character he did for Image Comics or somebody, and it was way different than what you previously had seen.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, in that story, you'll learn what it means for the son of Superman, who is a prize in a deadly game. Son of Superman.
Paul Dini.
Paul Dini. I wonder if Damien's going to be in there, or if it's just going to be a solo.
I don't know.
Son of Superman thing.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool to see him.
Yeah.
Guys, from Marvel, wrapping up a couple of things here. One thing in particular. But guys, we have Inhumans versus X-Men number 6 dropping this week. This is the oversized conclusion. Emma Frost has done something to make the mutants like overpower the Inhumans, and now it's up to Medusa to try to defend the future, defend her people, defend everything. What Emma Frost has done, we don't know. We'll find out here with this issue, but this is going to be the epic, oversized conclusion of Inhumans versus X-Men. And then also, guys, there's no Monsters Unleashed book this week, but we do have a tie-in with Guardians of the Galaxy number 1.mu, a Monsters Unleashed tie-in. There is a Leviathan that has kidnapped Groot, and now it's bringing back the Guardians, putting aside all their differences. They're coming together to save their friend. So,
how could you not?
How could you not come back and save Groot?
How could you not?
I mean, what kind of person are you if you wouldn't save Groot?
Hug a tree, people. Hug a tree.
Hug a tree. Guys, those are the storylines for this week. And to change it up a bit, we're not going to be diving into favorites or pick of the weeks or anything like that. We want to have a discussion with you about some recent news topics that have been hitting and making headlines and stuff. And some of the stuff we're excited about, some of the stuff we're kind of not excited about, have an opinion on and stuff. But we're going to dive in and test this out. And I wanted to do this with Mark. I love talking with him and getting his ideas and stuff with different things. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I hate him. Him and them. No, I'm just kidding. But guys, let's start off with one of the big things, because there's a big change coming to the X-Men later this year, and we had a recent headline here on Comic Book Resources we had an interview actually with the editors of the X-Line discussing several different things. We got flagship series coming with X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, and then we have Generation X and Weapon X hitting the shelf, and then some solo titles as well with Jean Grey, Iceman, and Cable. Thoughts on that? What do you think?
I think that they're doing the right thing by pushing the X-Men again.
Yes.
That's their bread and butter, and it was like their moneymaker for a long, long time, and they haven't been treated with, let's say, respect for a while. Mm-hmm. Changing up characters, that kind of thing. I'm excited about it. The one drawback to me with it is the X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue, they're double shipping for at least the first couple months, and they're not dropping the prices on it at all. So,
are we looking at $3.99 an issue?
I think it's $3.99, maybe $4.99 for the first issues.
Okay.
So
that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, but if it's good, it's going to sell.
Yeah.
So, and if it's good, I'll get it.
Exactly.
Because I'm excited about that stuff. And Nightcrawler being back to being Nightcrawler.
Right.
It's very exciting, because that's him and Beast are probably my favorite X-Men. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. They're very cool.
It's like I have a thing for blue furry guys.
Hey, whoa, fella.
So wear your Cookie Monster sweater next time.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, so they're talking about a return to Nightcrawler being his fun, jovial, swashbuckling self. Kitty Pryde is coming on board to lead the Gold Team. Which I don't know if she has led the team before. I could be mistaken.
I thought she did it one time, but I
thought so too. But we're looking at kind of a return, and maybe like a circle back to the original Xavier Dream. Yeah. And we're looking at a focus of them being heroes.
And this is kind of kicking off the old school thing that we're going to get into later with the Make Mine Marvel.
Yes, exactly. But let's see, we got Kitty Pryde. People were asking about Archangel and Psylocke. Apparently, they'll be back sooner than we think.
I always like them as a couple.
Yeah. tons of fans of them.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that. What do you think? What do you think about Iceman having a solo series and Jean Grey having a solo series? And these are the brought from the past to the future ones having their own solo series.
I think maybe that might have been better served as miniseries. I don't know if they've tried that with Iceman before. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be able to sustain a regular series. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just my opinion.
I think you're right. I think you're right in that regard. I think there are other candidates that would have made better choices for solo series.
Yeah.
Cable is going to he'll last for a while.
He will, because there's going to be a lot of heat for him because he's going to be in the next Deadpool movie. And,
exactly.
There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on with Cable. So, the Generation X one now, that's not the original, right? That's a new team.
New team, but I think it's going to have some of the original characters. I think Jubilee is supposed to be on this team.
Okay, that's cool.
There's going to be some other ones.
Is she still powerless?
I don't know. The last time I saw her was in a few recent issues of Old Man Logan.
Yeah,
and he was like going to say she was vampire still.
Oh, okay.
Because he was going. He and the monsters were going to go save her from Dracula.
Yeah,
and Baby was involved. Yogo or whatever his name is, right. Fruity Yogo. but yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to both the X-Men Gold and Blue.
I am too,
and I'm more than likely going to check out Weapon X as well.
Yeah,
because I don't know. It harkens back kind of to the X-Force stuff, but differently. So I'm going to be checking that out. I might check out Generation X. I might check out Cable. I'm not sure about Iceman or Jean Grey for me personally, but I know there's fans out there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have enough of them in the X-Men. I guess it's Blue.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think that'll be plenty for me.
Yeah. So, guys, tell us what you think about what's going on with the X-Men stuff that's coming out later this year. There's a link for the article down below. I have links for all of these news articles that we're talking about down below in the description. Next up is one that I'm kind of psyched to see. Yeah. Guys, we just found out from CBR as well, Comic Book Resources, that Ed Brisson and Mike Deodato are going to pit Old Man Logan against Old Man Hulk in a new story arc. What's happening here? The Maestro, baby. With Old Man Logan number 25, Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino are leaving the book to go off and do other, hopefully bigger, better things for them. Congratulations to them. But Ed Brisson and Mike Deodato are coming on board as the new creative team and a new story direction that is going to pit Old Man Logan versus the Maestro. Yes, the Hulk Maestro.
Not the Maestro from Seinfeld.
No, not that Maestro at all. Plus, it's going to be the Maestro and the Wastelands Hulk gang. So we're looking at a storyline where Old Man Logan is in Marvel Prime. He's here on this Earth, Earth 1 or whatever it's supposed to be, 616. And now it looks like people and things from his timeline, his future, are coming back to now, and he's having to face that. But I'm thinking, man, what a concept for Old Man Logan, who's older, a bit wiser, facing off against Maestro, who is the Hulk, like, at his darkest and evilest and strongest. I mean, dude, I'm so looking forward to this.
Hulk Wolverine fights are always fun.
It's not going to be just like one issue. We got a story going, and not just against the Maestro,
it's too big for one issue.
It is way too. Good point. Too big. And him facing off against the Hulk gang again. This is the same Hulk gang, as far as I know, that was involved in the death of his wife and children. Yes, they're from the original Old Man Logan storyline, and they're here. They're here somehow. I don't know how this is going to work, but
it's going to look pretty.
It's going to look great. And Ed Brisson has been doing some great work. He's been around doing several different titles. A lot of Image stuff that I've checked out of his that I have liked and enjoyed. And now he's coming. Looks like he's coming over to Marvel. He's doing the current Bullseye series, which is a mini series now. He's got this book that he's going to be doing, and I think I saw him announce for another couple of things for Marvel and of course Image, because he's done a lot of independent stuff. But guys, Old Man Logan versus Maestro Hulk. Yes.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be, I'm just so looking forward to that. Tell us what you think about that down below. Guys, this past week, notorious comic creator Rob Liefeld reached out to...
who does not age.
He doesn't, man. He's like Tom Cruise, man. He's like, he looks the same for years and years. He has this youthful look forever. Anyway, Rob Liefeld reached out to Russell Crowe on Twitter and was like, hey, man, you should read for the Cable part.
And Russell Crowe was like, I should read for a part.
I should read for a part.
Russell Crowe don't read for a part.
He don't read, gangsta.
Homie don't play that.
He doesn't. But, of course, Liefeld apologizes afterwards saying, hey, these were kind of a couple of drunk tweets. I just thought about you being in Deadpool 2, and I thought you might fit the role for Cable pretty good. Yeah. And I'm going to put up an image here of a possible look for Russell Crowe as Cable, which looks good, to be honest with you.
Russell Crowe is... Man, he's good in everything I've seen him in. He was the best part of Man of Steel. So
exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah. I could have watched 2.5 hours of Krypton and Russell Crowe and all of that. That would have been a great movie. Yeah. But guys, more news has come out since then, though, of the studio looking at David Harbour for the role of Cable. And if you don't know who David Harbour is off the top of your head, if you've seen Stranger Things, he's the sheriff, Jim Hopper. He plays the sheriff in Stranger Things. And he's been around in all kinds of movies and TV shows for years now. He was in Suicide Squad. He was one of the cabinet members, or one of the advisors to the general for using the Suicide Squad for the mission. So he's been around. He's been around. He had a huge moment at the Academy Awards a while back when Stranger Things won. He had this huge speech anyway, but they're eyeing him for possibly the role.
He's more affordable.
He is more affordable. He is taller too.
Is he?
He's a tall guy. He's a tall guy.
He looks pretty big.
I don't want Cable. Russell Crowe's a short guy. He's a great actor. He is a short guy. I want somebody that
imposing.
You know how I really was hoping would happen? Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash. A younger Ron Perlman.
Or even Ron Perlman now.
He's got the look, man. He's... Ron Perlman mark. So
Ron Perlman could totally pull it off and just totally bust Deadpool's chops all the time.
Oh yeah,
and it would feel like busting.
Yeah.
But honestly, David Harbour to me is not a bad choice.
No, he's not.
They can spruce him up or however they want to. David Harbour has played bad guys. And stuff as well. He was in that last movie with Denzel Washington of The Equalizer. He was in that.
Okay. And
he was kind of a bad guy in that. But yeah, I could see him for the part. I wasn't expecting him, but I could see him for the part.
I was a little surprised, but
yeah. Hey. So there you go, guys. For more information on that, check the link down below. And guys, for some of the strangest team ups that you've never asked for, from Bleeding Cool, they're reporting that DC Comics and Hanna-Barbera are teaming up for not annuals, but for specials. A few specials teaming up. Classic Hanna-Barbera characters with classic DC characters. And for these type of team-ups, we've got Adam Strange in Future Quest.
Makes perfect sense.
Booster Gold in the Flintstones.
That'll be interesting.
And I'm going to put these covers on the screen here. We got Green Lantern and Space Ghost.
Yeah.
Not a bad combo.
Not a bad combo at all.
Suicide Squad and Banana Splits.
That's my must-get right there. That has got to be nothing but wacky.
Nothing but wacky, right? And we got Wonder Woman and the Tasmanian Devil. And at the time of us shooting this video, the last one that I'm aware of is Batman Elmer Fudd. I think Scott Snyder's actually writing this one.
Is he really?
I think he's actually writing this one. I'm not sure who's doing the art.
That may have to be a must-get too, then.
But guys, like I said, for the team-ups that you never asked for, but you're getting anyway in March, this is happening in March. This is what's happening. DC and Hanna-Barbera teaming up for these specials.
That's Looney Tunes, yeah.
Yeah.
The Looney Tunes.
Yeah, so, whenever they have a fifth week, DC does a bunch of annuals.
Right.
Instead of annuals, though, we're going to have these specials. So this kind of caught me off guard. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, some of this is kind of cool. Some of it's what? Booster Gold and the Flintstones? What the...
That's different.
But it is a cool Mike Allred cover.
Yeah, it is. I saw.
So yeah, it is pretty cool right there.
But where the heck is Bugs Bunny, and Foghorn Leghorn?
Yeah, see, there's also a Martian Manhunter and the other Martian.
Oh, the little Martian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I did see a Jonah Hex Yosemite Sam.
Yes, there is a Jonah Hex and Yosemite Sam. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. So there's a Martian Manhunter and Marty the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
Special. And then the Jonah Hex and Yosemite Sam one.
That's going to be awesome.
With that has a cover by, I think the art is actually going to be done by Mark Texeira.
It is.
Yeah. So there we go.
That should be great, too.
These should be fun to
heck,
check
I
out.
may just get all of them.
I know, right? Imagine the collection of them all too. So
yeah.
I mean, that'd be kind of fun. So guys, check that out. Check out the link below for Bleeding Cool and look at everything else involved with that. And guys, for the big news that just came out today, before that we shot this video, Bleeding Cool is reporting that from the news that's coming out of the Comic-Con ECCC, Make Mine Marvel will relaunch titles not with number ones but with legacy numbers. Link is down below with the big numbers. So this autumn, we're looking at a Make Mine Marvel relaunch. And instead of us going to a load of new number ones or new seasons or new volumes, we're getting a load of legacy numbers returning. And this includes a Bruce Banner starring Incredible Hulk, a non-Hydra Captain America. They're already kind of starting it in June with Venom, because that's going to return with a number 150 issue in May and then 151 in June. And if they do the same thing to Thor, that's going to be a number 700 to come out sometime in the autumn. So, guys, this is big for Marvel.
It is. It's a lot different for this current editorial.
Thank you.
Staff.
Yes, exactly.
Something like this. So.
Yeah, totally. And it's like those numbers are high, but they're not. They're. I mean, it's just kind of what DC has had good, as far as I know, good reception to Detective and Action, returning back to those high numbers that they were and continuing that legacy.
Yeah.
So why not do that with Marvel's some of their most prominent characters?
Sure.
Seriously, and honestly, yes, a non-Hydra Cap would totally do it for me. Bruce, I don't know. Look, I know there's a ton of people that are like, Bruce Banner has to be the Hulk, and I do understand it to a degree, but I'm like, Hulk doesn't have to be Bruce Banner for me. I'm not crazy about the Amadeus Cho version that's out right now, but I've kind of had a ton of fun with his supporting cast of other gamma-powered Hulk-type characters. That's been fun for me.
And a basketball player.
And a basketball
player.
Thank you, sir. I forgot about the basketball player.
That's right.
Integral, sir.
That's right.
So, guys, that's going to lead us into our question of the week this week. And that is, what are your thoughts on Marvel Legacy numbers returning? What do you think about that happening later this year? Mark, give me some thoughts. What are we talking here?
I like it. I think it's great. It doesn't scare me at all. I'm used to it. I'm old school, so I'm used to the big numbers and all that. And I don't think that you need to relaunch with number ones every time you have a creative team change or a storyline change or something. It's just unnecessary to me, and it gets confusing. And it's starting to look confusing on our graphic novel shelves because you don't know what volume you're looking at. And so I like it. I think it's good. It might scare some people, but if they do storylines, you can put, whatever the story name is, part one or whatever on the cover, and then you're covered. You don't have to worry about the little number in the corner in the box or whatever. So
yeah,
I like it. I think it's going to be cool.
That's cool.
It shows a little bit of respect for the book because it shows you how long the book's been around and the character's been around. That kind of thing, which a lot of new readers may not know. So.
Right. Exactly. And, honestly, to your point of the graphic novels being like not knowing like what order and stuff, Marvel's addressing that later this year. They're putting out a reading guide of stuff like so you can know like if you want to read the stuff in the correct order. That's what the whole reading guide coming out in a couple months is for.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's like
this morning.
That should be if you're having to go that far, then it should be a clue.
There's
right?
a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem. But honestly, I think this is really cool. I think this is really. We got enough new number one stuff that's coming out. I'm surprised they did not take an X-Men book of some kind and do this with.
Uncanny has not come back yet.
Exactly.
So
good point.
I think that'll probably be the first X-Men book that does that.
It's a legacy numbering, and that would be cool. Because I'm fine with. I mean, we're gonna have plenty of new number ones. I just announced like 7 of them to you with the X-Men stuff alone.
Right.
But for these to return to that, I think would be super super cool. And in these particular issues, returning to legacy characters, Banner, Hulk, non-Hydra Cap, all that jazz. That's cool too. But I'm hoping they also do keep some of the newer characters on board as well.
I think what what the speculation that I've read on that is that the characters will be around, but they may just be called something different. Like Miles Morales may not be Spider-Man.
And I'm good with that.
And he may be something else. And that gives them a chance to build. I mean, Miles Morales, they've taken away every reason that he became Spider-Man, but that's another rant.
That's another rant?
Yeah. I like the character.
I don't have a problem with Jane Foster Thor. Staying.
Yeah.
Staying. But turn her into something else. I mean, we've done that before with other male characters. We've had Thunderstrike and Beta Ray Bill. Yeah. Just other characters as well. Why not have a female Thor on board, but just name her something else? I mean, that's just... Anyway, that's a rant for another time as well.
Yeah.
But, guys, tell us in the comments below what you think about the Marvel Legacy numbers coming back. Do you think will it affect your decision to get the books? Are you okay with that? You're not intimidated by a high number? Do you think it'll put off readers or new readers? Or do you think it'll bring back old school folks that really want to see that stuff? What are your thoughts on it in general? And what are your thoughts to the return of what we know so far of a Banner Hulk and a non-Hydra Captain America? Tell us in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it. Dude, thanks for being on the show this week.
It was awesome. I had a blast.
It was great. It was a ton of fun. Glad you got. Wanted to have you on for a while now. Obviously,
yeah.
It finally worked out. We kicked Randy out of here.
Yeah,
it was
we had to send him to Florida.
We totally had to send him to another state to get him out of here.
It didn't even. Well, I mean, it didn't happen when he went to another country. So
no, it didn't. It didn't. I think we were a little short at that time. Some other stuff was stuff was going on.
That was when we were getting ready to move.
Yeah,
and,
all that jazz.
Yeah.
But guys, this is Mark. He's one of our regular full-time employees here at the shop. When you come in the store, you'll see him here at Shreveport. Great guy. Come talk comics with him whenever you get a chance to come by and see our new location. And guys, don't forget, mark your calendars, April 6th through the 9th for our grand opening / mega sale that's going to happen. More details will be coming. I'll have more numbers and digits for you about what's going to be discounted and all that jazz. But guys, mark your calendars. And that's it for this week, guys. Anything else to add, sir?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. So guys, until next time, read some great comics. Check out the news links that we have for you, what we discussed today. Leave us some fantastic comments down below, and we will see you in our next video.
Don't be too harsh on me.
Don't be too harsh.
First time.
He's just sweating. The pits are sweating.
I'm dripping. Puddles.
Yeah, puddles everywhere. We'll see you in our next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.